There's a reason you can watch a 3-hour movie without checking your phone once, but can't make it through a 3-minute YouTube video without scrolling somewhere else. It's not because the movie is better. It's because something inside your brain has quietly changed, and most people never notice it happening. Until one random Tuesday, they sit in their room, surrounded by everything they own, everything they wanted, and they feel nothing. No excitement, no spark. Just a dull, gray static. And the scariest part? Nothing is technically wrong with their life. They have a phone with every app, a fridge with food, a bed to sleep in, maybe even the job, the relationship, the success they used to dream about. So why does none of it feel like anything anymore? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what's been happening inside your head, and more importantly, how to reverse it. Let's start with a strange question. Have you ever rewatched a movie you loved as a kid and felt almost embarrassed at how average it seemed? Same movie, same scenes, same jokes, but it didn't hit the same. Did the movie change? No, you did. Your brain has a chemical called dopamine, and I want you to forget everything you think you know about it, because most people have it completely backwards. Dopamine isn't the pleasure chemical. That's the biggest myth in pop psychology. Dopamine is the anticipation chemical. It's not what you feel when you get the reward, it's what you feel right before. That rush when you're waiting for a text back, that flutter when the delivery guy is 2 minutes away, that itch to check your phone for no reason at all. That's dopamine. Not satisfaction, craving. And here's where it gets dangerous. Your brain treats pleasure like a bank account. Every time you get a hit of stimulation, a like, a swipe, a notification, a quick win, dopamine spikes. But immediately after, something happens that nobody tells you about. Your brain overcorrects. It drops your baseline dopamine level lower than before, just to balance things out. Scientists call this the dopamine deficit state, which means the more artificial highs you chase, the lower your resting mood gets. So the next time you feel bored, restless, empty scrolling for the 40th time in 10 minutes, that's not a lack of stimulation. That's a chemical debt collector coming to collect. And this is where the trap fully closes in. Because now ordinary things, reading a book, having a slow conversation, taking a walk without headphones, feel unbearably boring. Not because they are boring, but because your brain has been recalibrated to only respond to extreme, fast, high-intensity stimulation. Think about it like this. Imagine standing in a pitch-black room for an hour. Then someone turns on a dim flashlight. It feels blinding, right? Now imagine standing in bright daylight for that same hour. Someone turns on that same flashlight. You wouldn't even notice it. Your brain has been living in daylight. Nonstop feeds, autoplay, notifications, quick dopamine spikes all day long. So when real life, slow, quiet, imperfect real life offers you its dim flashlight of joy, you don't even see it anymore. This is why people say things like, I used to love drawing. Now I don't know why I even do it. Or I used to be so excited about my goals. Now I just feel flat. It's not that they lost passion. It's that their dopamine baseline has been hijacked by faster, cheaper sources of stimulation. And now anything that requires patience feels like punishment.
But here's the part nobody talks about. The part that actually matters. This isn't really about phones. Phones are just the most efficient dopamine delivery system ever built. But the deeper issue is this. We've trained ourselves to expect reward without effort. Every scroll gives you something new, instantly. No waiting, no boredom, no friction. But your brain was never designed for a world with zero friction. For most of human history, dopamine was earned. You tracked an animal for hours before eating. You waited seasons for a harvest. You built relationships slowly, over months, sometimes years. Now, you can get a hit of validation in 0.3 seconds by posting a photo. And your brain, the same brain your ancestors used to survive in forests and hunt in silence, has no idea what to do with this much stimulation, this fast, this often. So it does the only thing it can. It shuts down its own sensitivity, just to survive the noise. This is called dopamine downregulation. Your brain literally reduces the number of dopamine receptors available because it's overstimulated. Which means things that used to feel like a 10 out of 10 now feel like a 3. Sunsets, music, laughing with friends, falling in love, achieving a goal.
All muted, all dimmed. Not because life stopped offering meaning, but because you stopped being able to receive it. Now, here's the twist most people never expect. The fix isn't more excitement. It's the opposite. It's boredom. Real, uncomfortable, phone-free, silence in the room boredom. Because boredom isn't the enemy of motivation. It's the doorway back to it. When you remove artificial stimulation for long enough, something remarkable happens. Your dopamine receptors slowly begin to regenerate. Your baseline starts to reset. And the world, the actual physical world, starts to feel vivid again.
This is sometimes called a dopamine detox, though that name is a little misleading because you're not detoxing dopamine itself. You're detoxing your addiction to speed. Some people do this by deleting social media for a week. Some by leaving their phone in another room during meals. Some by simply sitting outside, doing absolutely nothing for 20 minutes a day, resisting every urge to check, scroll, or fill the silence. It feels unbearable at first. That restlessness is your brain going through actual chemical withdrawal. But if you sit with it, if you let the itch pass without feeding it, something in you starts to wake back up. Colors seem sharper. Conversations feel deeper. A simple walk outside starts to feel like something you actually want, not something you're forcing yourself to do. This isn't about becoming a monk.
It's not about quitting technology forever. It's about remembering that your brain is not broken. It's just been overfed junk food, and it's forgotten what a real meal tastes like. So here's the real question this video was always leading to. If everything in your life feels dull right now, is it possible the problem was never your life? Is it possible your circuits are just overstimulated, waiting for a chance to reset? Because somewhere underneath the scrolling, the notifications, the noise, the version of you that used to feel excited about small things is still in there, waiting. Not for something new, just for some silence.